What's up, everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here. Last week we had a virtual assistant smackdown as we put Siri versus Google Search head to head with what I think was a very clear winner. Link down below if you want to check that sucker out. This week we're back with another battle. We're going to put speech to text head to head on both operating systems. In one corner we've got Android 4.1 Jelly Bean on the Galaxy Nexus. In the other we've got iOS 5 and 6. Speech to text is functionality that I use quite a bit. I use it for almost all of my texting and emailing, so it's a feature that's very important to me. Hopefully this video is going to help you guys decide which phone you might want to get as you look to upgrade or get something new. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right in and test speech to text on iOS and Android. So first let me show you what version of the operating system both of these are running. So on iOS we're running the most recent release version, which is iOS 5.1.1. And on the Android side we're running the latest version of Jelly Bean, just 4.1. Let's go ahead and open up a new text message and see how each of these work. We'll go ahead and hit the microphone for both, and let's test how quickly it translates and the accuracy of the translation. This is a test of speech to text on two different mobile phones, period. I want to see how each of them perform, period. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, period. Alright, so we can see how things work. Pretty accurate here on the iOS side, and pretty accurate here as well. A few mistakes on the Android side. Difference is though, you can see that the Android device is actually doing it in real time. As I was talking, it was showing up here. On iOS, you have to go ahead and hit done. But that's not the only differences that we've got here. On Android, you can actually use the speech to text when you are connected to airplane mode and not connected to any sort of Wi-Fi. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. Go ahead and kick it into airplane mode, so no data here as well. And to show you that it won't work on iOS, let's go ahead and kick the iOS device over into airplane mode. Let's go ahead and open up a text message again, and we'll start from where we left off. Hit cancel, and we'll notice that we don't have a microphone here at all. We still have it here though on the Android side. All the information is stored locally on the device. Testing how this works, period. And we're all done and good to go. All right, so the next question people are going to ask is how is this going to perform against iOS 6, because this is just an iOS 5 device. So let's bring in a device running the latest iOS 6 beta. This is running iOS 6 beta 2. Let's go ahead and turn airplane mode off though on this guy. And let's turn this guy on and see if there's any sort of differences between how they perform. Let's go ahead and open up a new text message for each. All right, so let's see if there are any differences. Both of these are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Testing speech to text on two mobile phones, period. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, period. So testing speech to text on two mobile devices. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Testing speech to text on two mobile phone. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So both pretty accurate. This one we get to see it happen in real time. On iOS we have to wait and then hit done, and it's got to go up and hit the network and then come back down. If you're dealing with a slower data connection, if you're on edge or don't have Wi-Fi, you're going to have a much slower translation speed here on iOS. So you're really going to want to be careful depending where you are if you want to rely on this. I found this to be really handy, especially on Jelly Bean. I'm doing almost all of my typing, emails, and text by using voice, and the accuracy has been very, very, very good. I'm extremely impressed with Jelly Bean overall. iOS is still a very viable option for speech to text, but I think it's got a little bit of a catching up to do to be able to store all that information locally on the device in case you're dealing with a bad data connection, or you're just in airplane mode, or you're on a plane, or in somewhere where you don't have data or the best connection. So I want to show you guys head to head what these two look like. Hopefully this is helpful as you decide which phone might be next for you. I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.